G'day, this is Bruce and welcome to my shop. This time we're over at our neighbour Les Lidbury's place, and it's what's in my tent. He's got a couple of workshops here, and as we go down past the bigger one and swing around here, he's got the old battle axe. Les, morning Les. How you going, all right?
Good morning.
Yeah.
How are you?
Yeah, we're going to see what's going on under here. There's all secret squirrel stuff behind this this tent. You're short of an inch there, are you? There we go. Ah, look at this. Look at that marvellous piece of machinery. So Les, you want to tell us all about this?
Well, this is a SIP Jig Borer, made in Switzerland in about 1960. It was purchased by the Department of Supply, which is an Australian government engineering background place, and it was on-sold to Hawker de Havilland in about 1970. And Hawker de Havilland used it to place rotors from jet engines on it and machine out the centerpiece. Then they would go on and balance them and then put them into the jets. It comes complete with rotary tables. This particular rotary table is powered. So you have a cord coming out of here, down through the machine, and it is powered. And the table itself, 800 diameter, and is capable of adjustments to within tenths of a second of a degree.
That's
tenths of a second of a degree. And the way that you obtain that degree of accuracy is through this mechanism here. This screws off, you look down inside there, that picks up part of the mechanism which gives settings here, and you can then adjust it to that very, very fine tolerance.
What they call optical.
Yes.
Optical adjustment.
Adjustment, yeah. The machine also came with another rotary table, which is the same diameter but is only hand operated. That surface is only
it's a manually operated, but it can be indexed, can it?
oh yes,
Yeah, so you can manually index it.
Yeah, it can be indexed. The handle is there to index it, and this particular one here is an angle rotary table, so you can put that onto the machine and you can
That's the type of pivots.
yeah,
It has a pivot arrangement on it, and then you can work that through these beautiful dials. They're not coming into focus there, but anyway, yeah, we'll take some photos later as well.
Now the machine itself has got 8 motors. And the table is hydraulically driven. The table can move at such a small rate that you cannot actually see it moving. You've got to look at the scale to see if it's actually moving or not. And then using the hydraulic mechanism, you can have it go as fast as you like, and it's smooth, it's beautiful.
And that's a few bits and pieces in here, so you can't get to see the whole thing. But
no.
So it's called the hydroptic
6.
Yeah, they made a few in that series, didn't they?
They did, yeah. There was 6A, and then the 7 became CNC operated.
And basically this could be CNC operated, couldn't it?
Oh, easily.
Because of all the hydraulics and everything else. It just needs some smarts applied to it, I suppose.
That's all. It just needs, where these handles are, you could apply power, and the power, let me shift that for you all together, mate.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see how can show the people how all this works. So that's the table. Table runs quite through. I need a bit of oil here.
Yeah.
I see.
It's
Les,
that way, isn't it?
Les has been a bit remiss. We're in the winter time now as well, of course.
And there's a lot of moisture around, so yeah, we need to get some oil onto it.
Maybe a couple of those high bay globes.
Yeah.
You know, produce some heat and keep it out. So what we've got here, what's that big handle there, Les? What does that do?
This is to raise and lower. So
Raise and lower the quill, is it?
raise and lower the quill.
Oh, there we go.
So we have the quill able to be manually operated or powered, and the means of powering the quill is through these two handles here.
Right, okay.
The larger handles on the left are for gear selection, so for rotation of the head, and the further smaller handle is for increasing the speeds.
So you've got quite a selection of feeds and speeds there. You've got,
Yep.
are those, they are metric or inch, those feeds?
Inch.
They're inch feeds?
Yep.
Okay, so it's from, what have we got there, 15 thou, no, from 1.5 thou
Yep.
up to
10
thou.
10 thou, yeah.
And it's very, very, very low, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, yeah.
And that little hand wheel there, that down the bottom, that would be your fine,
That's
your fine
fine
feed.
adjustment when this is engaged. To engage, this is disengaged at present. To engage the
hydraulic.
feed, press that back. Now that's engaged. Now if you wind this handle, you've got control
Yep.
of that feed.
Yeah, the fine control.
Fine feed, yeah, fine control.
And you've got that dial shows you your feed down.
The dial is set for the feed, so you can set that on 0.
At any point you want.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then you can go with what you want to do.
And then
this is a locking mechanism, and forward and reverse. If you want this to go in reverse, you just press that and it automatically goes into reverse.
so if it was doing threading or something like that, you'd be able to do it. And then here on the side we've got
a high-tech depth measuring device using the dial indicator, and an arm fits in between there, and then you bring this down to where this is the arm, sorry.
Yep.
This is the arm that fits up into here, and then that operates the up and down mechanism, and a bar between there and there will give you your final adjustment.
Right, okay.
This here is for feeds and speeds, and you can set that to where you want it to be.
That's marvellous.
And revs per minute,
Type
diameter.
So you got feet per minute,
Yep.
diameter and RPM. So you can work out exactly, and that's just showing your levers, which levers need your settings.
Where your settings are.
And so that'll give you a peripheral, so you can work out your peripheral speed.
Yep.
And it's all done here.
Yep.
Fantastic.
And these numbers here are
The gear
correlation of the
of
gear
all those gears. Yes.
position. So if you put it in 851, 851, 851 will give you 420 revs a minute.
Right, and then you can see whatever the diameter is. It'll tell you what your feet per minute is.
Yes.
Excellent.
Yeah. Mechanism here is for locking, so you can lock off. In here is a jiggler. I call it a jiggler because you can jiggle it.
Right.
I have no idea what it does.
We haven't figured that one out yet.
We've only owned it 10 years and we don't know what it does. But it's definitely a jiggler.
Maybe it's to do with the shaft. Yeah, well, who knows?
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
Now, the main feed gearbox for horizontal feed, your initial rough settings is obtained from the inch bar, which is along the bottom, and then the final settings is obtained from the fine micro mechanism dial. Up inside here, when the machine is powered, a light comes on, and there is two settings. The top setting is where the machine is, and the bottom setting is where you want it to be.
So like a vernier, sort of like a vernier
setting, yeah.
Right.
And there's no figures in there. There is only light.
Okay, an indication.
And an indicator of where you are. But when you are in the centre, it's very accurate, and it sounds technical, but it's not. It's very accurate, and you can have tenths of a thou or whatever you require simply by watching this. This mechanism here, it's jammed up too. There we go. It allows you to fine feed adjust your cross beam.
For the main head.
Yeah. This fella here is purely for up and down, as it says, and this is for speeds forward and reverse for the cross slide, which is this main head. So basically, it's a very easy to operate machine.
You might slide around the back here and have a look from behind. Now that's the HY6P number 144.
Yep.
The Hawker de Havilland. And there's the lubrication service. You haven't checked that for a while, have you, Les?
Did I have to? This is lubrication for the table, the bed, and the pertinent points of the main machine. The hydraulic system is housed in here, and when the machine is powered up, the hydraulic pump is going.
And this is a tail end, so that's a balance weight.
A balance weight to take the weight off the main head as it goes up and down, and the whole mechanism rises up through these two powered
they're sheathed, so there'd be threads, would they? There's sheathed, or there's pistons?
Yeah, no, they're sheathed threads.
As only the Swiss know how to do these things, don't they?
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah, that's and that motor at the top there, that operates those two. So obviously that has a chain arrangement or something, or shaft arrangement
through there. There's a shaft with gears either side, and they mate up through there, and they equally drive the power through those shafts.
Power the head up and down.
The head.
Now this cross slide arrangement they've got here. So there's a secondary.
Yeah.
That's the measuring stick, is it?
Yep. That's
purely
for
this whole arrangement.
The whole arrangement is the measuring. Yeah.
It looks like you've got a big square in here as well. So. So the possibility of maybe there's something else could fit into this casting by the look of it.
Now the total weight of this head would be quite significant. So the main bearing surface is here and here. The dovetail at the bottom just gives it the rigidity that it requires to stop it from twisting.
Right. So it's metal on metal, is it?
Yes, it is. Yep. That really fancy plastic stuff hadn't come in by then. Main power switch down here, 3-phase.
These are sockets for connecting the.
They're the power outlet for the table.
For the table, yeah.
In here is housed quite significant electrical.
All the apparatus and that sort of thing.
Yes. And we don't go in there.
We keep away from that.
Yeah.
It's a magnificent piece of machinery, isn't it?
It is. Yeah.
It's and you've also got some tooling that goes with this.
I've got a full toolkit,
which is absolutely amazing. I think the toolbox is made. is made as only the Swedes, only the Swiss know how to do, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'll stop this and we'll come again.
Yeah.